What's up, fam? It is Thursday. Welcome to the Reconstruction. I'm your host, your friend, your brother, DS Colors. I come to speak life into you, encourage you, charge your faith, and reconstruct the way you think with biblical truth. On this channel, there'll be no topic untouched, no question unanswered, and there will be no soul left behind. Man, fam, thank you for joining me on this fourth episode of the Reconstruction. I am enjoying this weather here in the state of Georgia where I live. Oh man, I wish I could just take a week off and just stay outside and just enjoy this beautiful weather. For some reason, this year I have a great appreciation for the fall. I guess it was just so hot during the summer that, man, I am so thankful for this fall season. Are you enjoying the weather? Or maybe you don't live in the state of Georgia. How is the weather where you are? Tell me, how is the weather you are, where you live, where you are? Man, the high has been here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. The high has been around 86, 87. Ooh, man, I am enjoying this weather. My wife and I, we were looking at a movie the other night, and it's a recent movie. I think it just been released this year. And the name of the movie is Fear. And the question they asked on that movie was, they asked a group of friends this: what is your biggest fear? I want to know, what is your biggest fear? What are you afraid of? It can be death. It can be losing your spouse, not to death, but divorce, or being alone, or maybe it is being financially broke. What is your biggest fear? I tell you, my biggest fear. It is not death. Um, my biggest fear isn't being financially unstable. My biggest fear is dogs. I am afraid of dogs. If you want to get rid of me, bring a dog out. I don't care what size that dog is. I am afraid of dogs. And one thing that gets me is when I go visit people and they have a dog living in the house, they say, "Oh, he won't bite," or "She won't do nothing." Yeah, because they won't do anything to you doesn't mean they won't do anything to me. That's your dog. Your dog see you every day. I am terrified of dogs. One reason is I had a very, very, very bad childhood experience with dogs. Around the age of 4, maybe 3 or 4, um, I was walking with my mom or grandma. I can't remember. I can't recall exactly who it was, but I was walking with them to the laundromat there at the apartment property we lived on when I was a youngster. And a dog came out of the blue, and it got right to my rear end, nipping at it. And since then, I have been terrified of dogs. That's that happened around 3 or 4. Another dog got after me around 5 or 6. I can remember one day we went over a family friend house, and my grandma got out, and I wanted to get out with my grandma. I was around probably 7 or 8. And my mom, who is also terrified of dogs, she said, "Stay in the car." I was like, "I want to go with my grandma. I want to go with my grandma." She said, my mama said, "There's a dog out there. You stay in this car." But I want to get out of the car to be with my grandma. My mama told me, "If you get out of this car and that dog get at you, you are on your own. But here I am. I want to go with my grandma. I want to go with my grandma. My mama unlocked the door. I got out of the car. She locked the door back. And by the time both of my feet hit the ground, that dog saw me. And I start running towards my grandmama. I mean, I was running like a track star. I was around 8 or 9, and I believe I jumped on my grandma's back. And the man whose house we were over, he said, "Man, your grandson could be a track star." I mean, and since that day, I am 33 years old, and I don't care the size of the dog or anything. I am terrified of dogs, and my mom and pretty much my whole entire family is entire family is afraid of dogs. I am afraid of dogs. So speaking of my entire family, or most of my family members being terrified of dogs, that's what we're going to hop in today. That's our topic today: family, family, family. I am big on family. I am a family man. One of the things or concepts that I really focus on, or maybe I should say one of the pillars of the church that I pastor, is family. And if you would like to go hear my preaching and teaching, follow my church YouTube page, True Friendship Church. Make sure you look for the logo, and there you will find all of my sermons and teachings. So one of the pillars of our church, and one of the things that I'm really focused on as an individual, is family. Family is very important. Family is the first institution that God established, and I think family should be important to everyone. When I was out there dating in my early 20s, in mid 20s, or just in my 20s, and when I would go out on dates with females, one of the questions I would ask them is, "What are your thoughts about family?" Or, "How do you feel about family?" And I would listen. And if they tell me, "Well, family is somewhat important. I mean, I don't need to be around my family." And if that was their prerogative, I know that they just wasn't for me. I know that she wasn't someone that I was going to be with long term, because family is very important to me, and I value the gift of family. Family is where I understood people, how I understand how to interact with other people, or how to handle other people. Is because of family. Family is important to me. I asked my wife when we were dating the same question: "How do you feel about family?" And I knew that family was very important to her, because if she wasn't at work when we were dating, she was over her grandmama's house and eating. Her grandmother cooked breakfast, or still cooks breakfast, for her siblings every morning. And when my wife lived in her hometown, she would be over there eating. And I knew that she valued family. And one of the things that we had to have a hard conversation about when we first got married is how we're going to do holidays. I love being around my family. She loves being around her family. So how we're going to do holidays. Before I started pastoring, we used to have Sunday dinner. My grandma would cook Sunday dinner, but because of my schedule and because my grandmother has gotten a little older, we don't do Sunday dinner anymore with the family. So only real time we can get together is during holidays. So that was a main um, conversation, one of our main conversations, when after my wife and I got married, how we're going to do holidays. So we decided, since both of our hometowns are not that far away, we were just going to split the times between both of our families during that particular holiday. Thanksgiving, we'll spend the first half with her family, second half with my family. Christmas, both of our families comes together and we have Christmas at our home. So family is very important to me. So this is what this season is focusing on family. Not only is family important to me, and that's one of my focus point for my life personally, but I have had the opportunity to counsel a lot of people, a lot of families. Um, Pastoral counseling is one thing that I'm big on. And I have had the opportunity to counsel many family members and many groups of family members come to me concerning their families. And I have learned a lot just through counseling and observation and reading about family. And one thing, believe it or not, that I have discovered that can destroy a family is generosity. Yeah, giving. Always giving to family members can destroy a family. I want to be perfectly clear. I do believe that you should help people and help family when you can. I want to make sure that I'm clear on that. I'm not saying that you should not help family or help other people, um, especially your family members, those who help you. I believe you should help them, but not at the expense of yourself or your household. And I know some people may say, man, that's selfish. I believe there are times when you need to look out for self. It's not selfish. You just have your priorities right. I need to look out for myself and my household. If someone asks me for money or anything, but especially money, one thing that I do, I pray about it. I ask God, should I give this person money, whether it's in family or outside of family? Should I give this person money? And after I pray about it and I have peace about it, I make sure that all of my household bills are paid. Since I'm over the finances in my marriage, I make sure that all of my household bills are paid before I give out money. The third thing that I do, I ask myself, if I give this person money, will I miss it? Because I have learned, family or friends or whomever, just because they say they're going to give the money back to you doesn't necessarily mean that they will. So you have to take that into consideration. Will this person give me this money back? And if this person don't give me this money back, will I be okay without it? The fourth thing that I do, I tell my wife, everybody who I give money to or help out, um, whether family members or not, I tell them, just in case, God forbid, something happened to me, my wife would know. My wife would know who owed me some money so she can get it. Get it. And then after that, I give it to them. So that's just me. Now again, I want you to hear me. I don't want you to fall out with family members because they don't pay you your money back. Because your money is the cheapest part of you. Your money is the most inexpensive part of your life because you can always make money. Whether hustling or on your job or anything, you can always make money. That is the most inexpensive part of you. Your gift is expensive. Your character is expensive. Your idea is expensive. Those things are the most important part of you. If someone takes your ideal away or your health away or your calling away, if you will, you can't make money. So I think the way we look at money needs to change. Money is the most inexpensive part of you, not your mind. Your mind is expensive. Your health is expensive. So don't fall out because of money. My mom told me when I moved out and I got married, she told me one time to make sure that your household is taken care of. We will be okay. You make sure your household, you make sure you got a family, you starting a family. You make sure that you and your wife is okay. My household will be all right. And there are times that I do help my family out, but they don't come to me knocking on my door asking for money. If I help them out, it's because I'm led to do it. But money never splits my family personally apart, but I have seen it in other families. So you have to be careful with your giving within family. It don't mean to be churchy with you, but it's a scripture in Ecclesiastes, and it states it's a time to keep. It's a time to keep. If I can read it like this, it's a time to hold and a time to give. And you got to know when to hold what you got, and you need to know when to give. Now, don't take this out of context. This is just strictly about giving to families, family members, and other people. You got to know when to give to people. I was talking to someone the other day. I met a man 2 days ago, matter of fact. I met a man, and he told me about his friend. His friend hit the lottery a couple of years ago. And he said that his friend told him that he hasn't been happy since he won the lottery. He has not been happy since the day he won the lottery. And I asked the man, I said, why your friend said that? He said, because other people expect him to give them things, build their houses, do this, do that. Other people expect his friend to do things for him. So I want to tell you, be careful about your giving and your generosity in your family. One of the ministers that I love to hear is Bishop Dale Barner. And he said this. He said, the first time you give someone something for free, you create appreciation. So thank you. Oh, you didn't have to do this. Thank you so much for doing this. The second time you give somebody something for free, you create anticipation. The third time you give somebody something for free, you create expectation. So let me talk about anticipation. The second time you give somebody something for free, you create anticipation. Uh, I anticipate that the Raven's gonna bring me chicken, bring me a plate of chicken when he come. Last time he came over my house, he brought me a 6 piece with coleslaw and French fries. So if he coming back over today, uh, I anticipate that he don't bring me something. He don't bring me a 6 piece wing dinner with French fries and coleslaw and a sweet tea. I know he is. The third time you give somebody something for free, you create expectation. I expect the Ravias. I expect the Ravias to bring me something to eat. A 6 piece wing dinner, French fries, and coleslaw and sweet tea. just because the first time I did it out of just out of the kindness of my heart, out of appreciation. And now the third time they just expect. He said, the fourth time you give somebody something for free, you create entitlement. I'm entitled for you to bring me something to eat. You didn't bring me nothing to eat? Why you didn't bring me nothing to eat? You brought me something to eat the last time, the last 4 times or 3 times. Why you didn't bring me nothing to eat? The fifth time, Bishop Barner said, you give someone something for free, you create dependency. I'm going to depend on the Ravens to bring me a 6-piece wing dinner, French fries and coleslaw, and a sweet tea. And he said the sixth time you give somebody something for free and you don't do it, the sixth time you give somebody something for free, you create resentment and hatred. So let me say this again. Sorry. The sixth time you don't give somebody something for free, you create resentment and hatred. If you don't give somebody something and you've been giving it to them every other time, 5 times, and then you stop, they're going to resent you. They're going to hate you. And I have seen that so many times in family because you're doing a good act. You just giving because you are that type of person out of the kindness of your heart. You just giving. Oh, the Lord told me to give. And you're not praying about it. You just giving to this family member, giving it to that family member. And that's why you are broke and you can't give them money or bring them chicken or do whatever you used to do for them anymore. After a while, they're going to resent you. They're going to hate you. He think he all that. She used to do that. Why didn't it do it this time? Why you ain't talking to so and so? Well, they used to do this for me, but now they don't. When he was single, when she was single, she used to do this for me, but she don't do it for me anymore. They may not say it, but pay attention to their actions. So I want to tell you about generosity and family. I know you love your family members. And some of your family members have helped you up. And I believe, other people might disagree with me. I believe in helping those people who have helped me get where I am today. But I do it out of appreciation. And when I give to them, I don't expect anything in return. When you give something and you expect something in return, it's not really giving. You really loaning. Listen, if I'm giving you something, it's no strings attached. But some family, when they give to each other, when they give to other family members and they stop, resentment, hatred. So I want to tell you, be careful about your giving, especially within family, because you don't want to create resentment. Listen, I am excited about what we're going to dive into these next couple of episodes. Next week, I'm going to have a special guest with me to talk about family from her perspective or their perspectives. And I am excited. Stay tuned to the Reconstruction. Again, if you don't know me, my name is DS Colors. You can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week on the Reconstruction.